Good morning, you guys. It is Labor Day Monday today, and it's an exciting day. Inside there right now, we've got new students, fresh students rolling in. Looks like we got a new one driving in the driveway right now. Everybody's got big smiles on their face. They're super excited. I'm super excited to meet all of them. I've met some of them before. They've come in for intro flights or different things, but super exciting. It's going to be a great day today. No flying today, but we're just going to be going over all the orientation and stuff like that. So really good. A little cloudy today, but that's all right. I guess we're not flying anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Really exciting to meet everybody. Let's get this course started. I'm going to be, as I told you guys a few weeks ago, I'm going to be attempting to vlog every day. I know some days it's not going to happen. I'm going to be way too busy. But I'm going to attempt to as many days as I can anyways. I'd like to take you guys kind of start to finish through an entire course. We got new people rolling in. Looks like Jenny's just coming in there. Fantastic. We got one girl in this class, excited about that. It's actually been a couple classes since we had a girl in the class, so pretty neat. That always kind of changes the dynamic of the course, which is always fun. And yeah, so looking forward to getting this class started, you guys. I'm looking forward to taking you on the adventure. Let's get inside and get going. Yeah, buddy! Woo! Good morning, you guys. It is flight number 1. I'm out with Sam Adams here, and I'm super excited. We've been waiting to do this for a little while now.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, he came out for an intro flight. He met us in Savannah, Georgia, picked us up from the airport on our world tour, drove us to the hotel. It was really awesome. This is flight number 1. On your course. I mean, we've done a flight before together, but super exciting. We're just going to go through the checklist and get this thing started. Let's do it.
I drove my car from Florida
to here.
And now I have to take you for another ride in my car, so it kind of completes the circle.
I know, that would be pretty awesome, wouldn't it? That's awesome. So let's just start at the top here. We'll go harnesses are both fastened.
Yep.
Cockpit is secure, so we're looking around, making sure there's no anything in the way or anything like that. All right, we're ready for liftoff here, so let's go ahead and lift this thing up. So hands and feet on the controls. I want you feeling and riding along basically what I'm feeling.
Okay.
We've already done all our checks, so collective's coming up, and we're ready for some torquing to the left, so we're going to put a little bit of right pedal in there.
Yep.
And then we're just going to find that sweet spot with the cyclic where the helicopter wants to sit nice and steady. There she is. I'm going to move over a little bit just so I'm not blowing them around too much.
Okay.
And we'll call Tower.
Tower, it's helicopter Charlie Golf Uniform Tango Echo ready at BC Helicopters for departure.
I guess I don't need to use the Charlie. I'm back in Canada again.
Uniform Tango Echo, winds calm, cross runway 19, takeoff at your discretion. BC Helicopter outbound by the northwest route, traffic on short final runway 07 is a dash 8.
Okay, looking for the dash 8 and clear to cross runway 01 for Uniform Tango Echo.
Okay, tail's all clear on my side. I don't like turning a tail towards another helicopter, so
okay.
I'll turn, make sure that we're clearing behind. All clear.
Seneca Golf Bravo Foxtrot Golf Habits for tower runway 07.
And double checking our power, we're sitting at about 80%. Okay, so we're just going to climb up and fly away.
Beautiful.
It was nice, we're about 92%. So when we're in the yellow, we don't want to be in the yellow if we're, oh, there's the dash 8 there. If we are faster than 30 knots, so I'm going to bring the power down to about 80, 85.
Concord 3305, backtrack runway 07, exit right, Alpha 1, contact ground 121.
And away we go.
Backtrack exit Alpha 1, ground 1 Alpha, Concord 3305. Concord 3305, and not too much delay, please. I'm going to try to get a departure route after
you said not in the yellow when you're under 30 knots?
Over 30 knots.
Over 30
yeah,
knots.
if you're over 30 knots, you're allowing too much torque to go to the transmission.
Okay.
And so they don't want that. I'm using the trim motor right now just to trim that cyclic so that We don't have to work too hard with it.
Okay.
And then as you can see here, altitude's coming up, or you can look there, whichever you prefer. So we had clearance across this runway. That's good. Never cross a runway without clearance. Just like crossing a freeway with your eyes closed. Not a good idea. So we're coming up through 800. We want to level off at 800 for just a minute here.
Okay.
I'm going to go to about 80% on the power. So using the left hand to adjust that.
Okay.
And everything's approximate. So if I'm 78 or something, it's not the end of the world.
Okay.
And then I've adjusted my attitude a little bit with the cyclic.
Yep.
To make sure that we kind of maintain level at around 800. I'm a little high, but that's fine. So we want to go 800 until we hit the freeway.
Okay.
And then once we get to the freeway, we can go up to 1,000.
This
is Mount Lehman Road right here.
Okay.
So we're going to follow the right-hand side of Mount Lehman Road all the way out of the control
zone. And that's
zone.
Considered the northwest route?
That's considered the northwest route, yeah.
Okay.
You bet. So, anytime you have a route at an airport or anything, you always want to follow the right-hand side, because it's like a freeway in the air, basically.
Yeah, okay, got it.
Okay, so now we're at the freeway. We've actually drifted up a little bit, so that's fine. There's 1,000 feet now. Pretty happy with that.
Okay.
So I'm going to give the control over to you.
Okay.
So you have control.
I have control.
And so now we're just going to keep her nice and straight.
Sierra Papa Alpha, line up and wait, runway 01. Sierra Papa Alpha, lining up to wait.
There you go. Back in the saddle again, man.
Oh man, it feels good. I'm
fantastic.
I'm really happy.
That's so good. And you're flying the helicopter, man.
It's a perfect day.
I'm not touching anything. It is a perfect day, actually. There's like virtually no wind. So it's a good day to be doing day one of flying. It sucks when day one's like 20 knots away.
I know, that's coming, so.
It's coming, but at least you'll be knowing how to fly at that point. So.
Yeah, that's good.
That's a good thing. Yeah.
So I'm at 1,180 right now. Should I drop down a little bit?
So this is where we can just use a little bit of forward cyclic.
Okay.
Bring that attitude down a little bit.
Okay.
And then it'll kind of dive its way back down to 1,000.
Turn is approved and 3,000 feet.
So this is your VSI, your vertical speed indicator. This shows you how fast you're climbing or descending. So if you make an adjustment, and you wait a second or two, you look down there and it's not doing what you want it to do, then just make a little bit more of an adjustment. So like you can see, you're pretty much level there.
Tango Echo traffic, 2 o'clock, 3 miles westbound, Bell 47, 2000, type and altitude unverified.
Okay, looking for that traffic, and we're just clearing your zone now for Uniform Tango Echo.
Uniform Tango Echo, surveillance terminated, change en route.
Uniform Tango Echo.
All right.
Is this accessible by car?
There's logging roads.
Like some roads.
I don't think anymore. No, I think all the logging roads are grown over and stuff now.
And what is this area called right here?
I don't even know what the name of this mountain is, actually. It's like the Lower Stave area.
Okay.
But I'm not sure. You could look on a map, see what this mountain's called, but pretty amazing.
This is incredible.
Okay, give the controls back over to you, so you have control.
Okay, I have control.
Excellent. And we're going to do a descent again now. So we're up at like pretty much 4,000 feet here. And we're going to start working our way back down. So attitude, we want to stay pretty much the same.
Okay.
So we're going to start bringing that power back down, kind of in that zone where we had it before, like 35% or something.
Okay, power's coming down, left pedal.
Down. Yep, exactly. And then watching the attitude. If you see the nose dropping, we just pull back a little bit. But as we said before, we're okay with a little bit of speed on our descent as long as we're not going in for landing, right?
Okay.
So, like right now we're up at like 80 knots. I'm okay with that. There's nothing wrong with that. And you can see our descent rate's in the ballpark of like 900 feet a minute. So we actually have a really sweet descent rate. Interesting enough though, because we just went off the mountain and now we're in a big open area here, it doesn't actually feel like we're descending that fast.
Right.
You notice that? But
yes.
If we were down at 1,000 feet, we'd actually notice that because we're descending like 1,000 feet a minute, right?
Right.
So
now,
let's turn a little bit to the left. Yeah, well, go ahead.
There's a technical term for that.
Yes.
When you are gaining, when you're, I saw it in the video.
When you're going over the edge of a mountain?
No,
or?
when you're, like if you're flying in a valley and you stick up towards the end in case you have an emergency so you can gain out, I don't know.
Yeah, well there's advection, right? So when you are flying up a valley, if there's wind flowing up that valley, there's orographic lift. And if there's just heat coming off the mountain and stuff like that, that would be advection, and that's actually rising air as well. So you gain that as you go towards the mountain, you lose it as you go away from the mountain, right? So I'm not sure if that's what you're talking about or not.
And then when you're flying away from the terrain.
Yes. So there's an optical illusion. So as you're flying away from the terrain, the ground drops away from you,
Right.
and naturally your eye wants to follow that. So without even thinking about it, just subconsciously, you push a little forward on the cyclic and you dive to follow that terrain.
Okay.
So typically people will do that, and that can actually get you into trouble if you do too much of it. It's okay to do, but you just have to be careful what your top speed of the aircraft is. So like this one, we have
speed up a little
massive
bit.
buffer. Yeah, we got to speed up a little bit. We have a massive buffer because we can go 130 knots in this thing, right? So we can get an insane dive going, and it's okay with this helicopter. Some helicopters will be much closer to their limits already. You might be cruising at 100 knots already, and then you dive off the edge and your V&E might be 130, so you can get to your V&E much faster, right? Yeah, so we want to be descending. We're at 2,300 feet. Let's work our way back down to 2,000 feet, or 1,000 feet, sorry.
Okay, so
And then, yeah, level out there.
lowering power and pushing a little left pedal.
Okay.
I'm at almost 30%, which is good.
Beauty.
There we are. More left pedal to trim out a little bit.
Now the only danger of going, in this helicopter it's not as big of a deal, but in going too low on your power, is that you can get into auto rotation. So what happens is when you get the collective all the way down, the freewheel unit in your upper pulley wants to split your needles. So it's trying to get yourself into auto rotation.
Okay.
You can kind of hear it kind of does a rackety rattle like this. And if you notice those needles starting to split, then you're like, oh man, I got my power too low. So let's try that just for the practice of it so you're kind of aware of what it sounds like. So just keep gently lowering that collective, keep yourself in nice coordinated flight. You can speed up just a tiny bit, we're only at 50. Bring it up to about 60 knots or something.
Okay.
And then keep lowering that power. And we'll get it right down to like 10% or something.
Oh wow.
You'll definitely see her sinking really fast when that happens. Yeah, go ahead and keep bringing her down. So even down here, like 18% or whatever, those needles are staying nicely joined, doing a really good job. Just go a little lower on that power. Yeah, go ahead and keep bringing it down. More, a little more, we're only at 18, there's 16, keep going to 10. You hear that sound?
Yes. Yes.
That sound?
Yes.
That's the needles trying to split. So go ahead and gently bring your power back up. Yeah, bring it up, 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 up. As you do that, cycling forward, 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 and just keep working your way up. We want to level it all the way out. So you're going to bring it up to about 75–80% again.
Okay.
So if you get yourself into a descent and you start hearing that sound, it's like, ooh, that's a warning that my power is too low. You can look inside, you're probably down at like 10%. And then you might want to bring your power up a little bit. The reason you would have your power that low is you're trying to get into a spot and you're like, oh, I'm not going to make it, so you got your power that low. If that's the case, you probably should go around and set up for another approach. Just do an orbit, get set back up. You're probably trying to force it too much into your landing spot. No need to push it. So just, yeah, bring your power up a little bit, loop it around. But it's a cool feeling, right? We're going to feel that all the time when we get into auto rotation. We're going to bring the collective all the way down, and then we actually are going to roll the throttle off so the needles split, and then we're going to do an auto rotation. You're descending about 2,000 feet per minute. So we'll definitely get into that. Not today, but...
That was awesome. I can't believe I could control it.
You totally controlled it.
I can't believe it.
Yeah. So that was fantastic. Yeah. We're going to keep working our way this way. We're going to get to a little bit further down the river, and then we're going to go down to treetop height, like we said before, and then do some power and airspeed changes.
Okay, we're at 800 feet right now. Is that all right?
That's great, yeah. So we're flying together. We are going to come down to the treetop height here. And so I've just lowered a little bit of power, gotten ourselves descending a little bit here. And now there's treetop height.
Okay.
And we're going to keep kind of cruise going. So I've brought my power back up a little bit of right pedal when I do that. And now we're kind of in nice cruise flight. Okay?
Okay.
So now we want to do power and airspeed changes. We want to speed up the helicopter, slow down the helicopter.
Okay.
All right? So if I want to slow down, because we're already going pretty fast, what did we talk about in the classroom? First thing to slow down is using cyclic, right? But if I just pull back on cyclic, I'm going to balloon up, so I want to lower the collective a little bit. So at the same time, I'm pulling back on the cyclic, lowering the collective a little bit of left pedal. You can see the nose is up a little bit. You see how the helicopter slows down very quickly?
Yes.
So that's great, but we don't want to slow down too much. So now at this point, might need to push a little forward on the cyclic, a little bit back up on the power, and then do what's called leveling out your speed, right? So just kind of bring that speed back to a consistent speed as opposed to continuing to slow down. Because if I keep that nose up, I'm just going to slow down into a hover, which I'm not quite ready for yet.
Right.
So, okay, so now we're flying nice and slow. That's cool. And we can keep this up for as long as we want to. I'm making fine-tune adjustments on my cyclic to maintain this speed. Because if I feel like we're getting slower, I'm going to push a little forward on the cyclic. If I feel like we're getting faster, I'm going to pull back a little bit. And then now with my left hand, I'm making little adjustments up and down to maintain this treetop height. So if I feel like we're sinking, check out all the eagles, man.
Wow.
If I feel like we're sinking like this, I can look at the trees and go, ooh, I don't like this. I'm going to pull up a little bit on the collective, and now we're coming back up again. Right?
Okay.
So I'm going to make those little fine-tune adjustments to make sure that the speed stays where we want it and the height stays where we want it. And then same thing now when we want to speed up. I want to push forward on the cyclic, but if I only do that, we're going to dive into the water, so I'm going to push forward and pull up on the collective. A little bit of right pedal when we do that. And yeah, there's a pretty good tailwind right now. There's a nice eagle.
Wow, dude,
yeah.
That was crazy.
It's amazing, right? They're beautiful, but if they get too close to us, it's not so nice.
No.
So now we've just sped up again. I pulled in a little bit of power. I haven't even looked inside once, to be honest. But
Okay.
I'm just looking outside, and I'm just feeling the aircraft. I know that we're going fast enough. I don't care what speed. I just know we're going faster, and so it's feeling nice. So I'm going to give the controls over to you.
Okay, I have the controls.
Excellent, you have control. And we're going to go ahead and start slowing down a little bit. So very gradually, we're not doing it too dramatically. Very gradually, we're going to start pulling back on that cyclic, making little collective adjustments. There you go. That's nice. So you can feel the aircraft slowing down already. That's great. Wow, it is howling wind out here.
Yeah.
Like, well, GPS is only showing about 12 knots, but it feels like more. You can see we're getting below the treetop height. Use your collective. Bring us back up again. Collective up. And then as you do that, we're going to keep along the shoreline here. A little bit of right cyclic to keep on the shoreline. There we go. A little closer to shore. That's nice. A little more to the right. Now we slowed down just a little bit too much, so let's push a little forward on the cyclic. There you go. That's a nice speed there. I like that. Very nice. So now you can see treetop height. We're maintaining a consistent height, maintaining a fairly consistent speed. Let's go ahead and speed the helicopter up a little bit. So we want to push a little forward on the cyclic, accelerating a little bit. There you go. Power is coming back up again. Fantastic. You can see we're a tad bit out of trim. A little bit of left pedal.
5 miles south of the actually 3,300 feet.
Fantastic. That's really nice.
I'm dropping the collective.
Yep. So slowing down, you bet we're going to start.
Pedal.
Exactly.
Pulling back on the cyclic.
Yep. And then just making sure we don't get too slow. And you can feel us sinking again. Bring that power back up. Yeah. You got it. That's really nice. Oh man, you're nailing it.
I wouldn't
like
say that, but
no, you totally are.
good.
Yeah, it feels really good.
I like this.
Yeah.
I love the treetop thing.
Yeah, it's really neat, right? And then we always want to stay nice and close to the shore, so we'll get a little bit closer there.
Move over to the right a little bit here.
Yep. For two reasons. One, it gets us better reference as we're closer to the trees. But obviously, two is a safety one. If we're too far over the water this low, if the engine quits, we're just going to plummet right into the water here, right? But if we're close to the shore and the engine quits, we can get into the shore and land on the beach, or if there's no beach, at least we're within a few feet of the beach, and so we can just hop out and swim out to the shore. It's going to be harder from the middle of the river. So
looks cold.
Yeah, cold. Bit of rapids here, a bit of current here. I'm sure we'd make it, but not as fun. All right.
This is the
fantastic.
best.
This is really good. Yeah.
This feels awesome.
And it's interesting, just from back there to here, see the wind shift? Like there's not nearly as much wind in the trees. If I look at this, 45, 45, we almost have no wind here. So just within like 2 miles, we pretty much lost all that wind. So super interesting. Wind can be very localized sometimes. It's crazy. All right, let's go ahead and accelerate again. So
okay, so I'm going to push forward cyclic and pull power.
You got it. As you do that, you're pulling torque. So what pedal are you adding?
Right pedal.
You got it. Man, you've been practicing. And just like that, speeding up, you'll notice speeding up is always easier than slowing down, right?
Right.
So speeding up, and that feels fantastic.
A little more right pedal. Oh wait, left pedal.
Left pedal, yeah. Very, very nice. You've got the collective. Now I want you to take the pedals as well. So go ahead and take the pedals. You have pedals?
I have to control the pedals.
Okay. And the collective, so now you're running both of those.
And you're descending down to 1,000 westbound. And Crescent Island traffic helicopter, Cabra G2, Golf Uniform Tango Echo, just hovering on the beach here at Crescent Island. And I'm going to be working in this area for the next 5 or 10 minutes.
Beautiful. So you can see you're climbing a little bit. We can make a little adjustment there.
Look for you. We're going back inbound to Northwest 2. Sounds good.
So you can see every time you're making a little adjustment, a collective or a pedal adjustment, it's actually affecting the other control, right?
Right.
So the bigger adjustment you make, unfortunately, the bigger correction you have to make with the other control as well. So you're doing a great job at keeping those nice and steady. All right. That's fantastic. I'm going to take those two. I have the pedals and the collective.
Okay, you have the pedals and collective?
Okay, now we're going to go to cyclic, all right?
Okay.
So you've done this before, so I'm just going to give it over to you.
Okay, I have the cyclic.
You have control. And I'm just curious to see where we pick up from. Yeah, nice work.
We'll be proceeding southeastbound towards Glen Valley area. Pit traffic.
Yeah, keep working it. You got it, you got it. Fix it up, fix it up. Nice work. That was really good. Nice correction. It was smooth but appropriate, yeah. Oh, that was beautiful. I like that. Oh, this is nice.
This is great.
Alright, just to overload you and blow your mind here, I'm going to give you the pedals and the collective now.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and slowly take those. So you're going to have all three controls. So you have pedals, collective, and cyclic. You have control.
Okay, I have control.
Beautiful. So your brain will overload, but you just have to keep kind of going, okay, one control at a time. How do I fix this? How do I fix this? And just keep thinking it through. Is this a pedal issue? Is this a cyclic issue? Or you could just hover it real smooth like this. I mean, that's fine too. Oh, that's awesome. This is nuts, man. Hands and feet off the controls.
I can't believe this right now. This is amazing.
You are hovering the helicopter. This is amazing. Hands and feet, you got all of it, man. This is just incredible. Nice work. I am very impressed. Now I'm giving you too much praise.
Oh, stop
Getting out
it,
of control.
stop. Turn it off, turn it
Okay,
off.
so we're going up. Let's go ahead and bring it slowly back down again. That's beautiful. That's fantastic. Good. And leveling it back out again. That's really nice. Wow. Amazing, man. Oh, we're going back up again. Let's stop that.
I gotta stop smiling.
Yeah, exactly. Bring it back down a little bit. Nice. That's fantastic. Bring her a little bit nose over to the left. Well, you should love it because you're doing an amazing job.
It's awesome.
Fantastic. I hope you guys like this. This is the start of something that's going to be pretty awesome. We're going to do a 4-month segment with Sam and basically going through his entire flight training. It's going to be really cool. I'm going to be a little more focused on this one. I'm going to try. I say try because I know there's going to be some days where I just can't do it, but I'm going to try and do a 5-day-a-week vlog, just basically trying to capture his entire training. Fingers crossed that actually happens. And it's going to be a little more focused in. You guys are going to see the other students and stuff as well, but focused in on just one student and his progress through the training. So just a little bit of a different style because I've done obviously more just kind of generalized stuff before. And so for those of you that are looking for that, this is going to be really cool for you for the next 4 months. And Sam has a pretty crazy story. So
Echo, clear across approach runway 19, land BC helicopter to your discretion.
Clear across the approach to runway 19, Uniform Tango Echo.
So let's turn a little bit to the left here. We're clear through the approach. Sam has an amazing story, and he's going to have amazing stuff to come in the future. So we're going to keep an eye on him as he follows in the future as well. So it's going to be pretty cool. Looking forward to it, buddy.
I'm so excited. This is the best feeling in the world right now.
It's so good.
I cannot believe this is real.
This is like literally a dream come true for you now. So
yes.
That's really exciting. If you guys like this video, smash that like button. I'm not really a smashing kind of guy, but
me either. Oh, you could slam it like the door.
You can slam it. That's true. Let's slam that. We got to think of a helicopter term.
Yeah.
Like something helicoptery to like slap, blade slap that that like button.
Yeah, we'll have to do that in classroom.
We'll think about that. We'll think about that. Yeah, if you haven't subscribed already, do that. We're gonna see you guys again tomorrow.
Bye. Just coming up above Cap.